Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today is November 30th, and we are going to take a look at my haul for this month. I hadn't planned on buying much, but somehow it, as always, turned into much. So, get yourselves a coffee or tea. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Still recuperating. Grab yourself coffee, tea, drink of choice. Who knows what time you'll be watching this. Might like to have a little tipple. So, sit down, relax, and let's take a look at what came through my door this month. So, first of all, we'll be starting off with some supplies, and then we'll move on to the rather large selection of books. But you know what to expect from me. So, I belong to the Amazon Vine Voice, or I am an Amazon Vine Voice. I believe it's called the Amazon Vine Program. And I am receiving art supplies from them nowadays. So they show me a list of things that are available, and I click on the ones that I want to review. So this is a set of jelly gouache, and I'm not going to open it up because it has these clips on all four sides, and they are like they are hard, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna break a nail opening them. So, but if I tip it over, you can see the bottoms of the jelly cups here, and this is a 24 set. I haven't tried it yet. I did actually the other day, just by coincidence. One of the artists that I watch, the Color Cave, she was doing a demonstration or a first try of these, so it was quite interesting. So you'll be seeing me in the next week or two actually using these. Next up, I purchased these myself. This is a set of Brusho, and these are pure pigment powder. And if you look on the cover here at looking at the colors, they are assorted colors that are mixed together to create these extremely vivid watercolor shades. Now, I did try these out, and you'll see my first attempt when I show you my finished pages. But yeah, I haven't figured out the right amount to do yet. I know you have to do a teeny weeny little bit, and I'll show you. They come in extremely tiny little containers like this. They're just these teeny weeny little containers, but they are solid, pure pigment in here. The only problem that so far that I've had is that they don't have shakers on the top. And I really, really think they should have shakers. So what I used to put this on my page was I found the teeniest, why can I not think of the name of it? You know, those little palette knives that you use? Whatever. I used one of those palette knives, the teeniest, tiniest one I had, and I just put a little bit on the tip, and I tried to sprinkle it, but it kind of like dumped, and it was way too much. The one spot I put it in, I kept picking up pigment and moving it to wherever I wanted for like the whole page. So I'm thinking I need to use tweezers to put teensy weensy bits, but we'll try that later on. Next up is I got these for review as well. These are Chocola's acrylic paint markers, a set of 40, and the pens are see-through, which I think is brilliant. You have to shake them before you use, because you can see that the paint is kind of separated a bit when it's in the pen. They work great. They're great for backgrounds. I've already tested them out and left my review on Amazon. And yeah, so the only problem with them is that they don't cover a black line. The paint in them is much thinner than a Posca, so not comparable. And then my own purchase, and I purchased this with money that I received from the channel, that I earned from the channel, and this is a 120 set of Ohuhu. I got it for a great deal on the Black Friday week sales. There's been Black Friday sales have been on for a good part of the week, and they arrived very fast, so really looking forward to putting those into use. But I'm going to keep them in to the side for the time being, because I have a set of markers that are slowly becoming fewer and fewer, but I want to wait until they're not really usable anymore before I switch over to the new set. Now, not art related or coloring related, sort of, but definitely related to the channel, is I also received this for review, and it is a planner. It's a very nice looking one. It has leather look covers, it's got 4 ribbons in it, and it's just a weekly, undated weekly and monthly planner. Very simple to use. I do use a planner. I usually buy something smaller than this to put all my doctor's appointments into, but I've decided in the new year I'm gonna start writing down all my channel stuff so that I can stay in top form with my channel next week and not be doing things the day before I need to post them. Now, also for review, and they're not in here because I've put them away in their pencil case, but this is a set of woodless watercolor pencils from Montmartre. Montmartre is a, well, it also says premium. Montmartre is an Australian company, which I believe is, well, it's like a student grade company for their art materials anyways, but I believe they're comparable to Crayola in North America. So I liked them. They're really good for, did I say waterless? Because I'm always calling these waterless pencils. They're woodless watercolor pencils, in case I said that wrong. But yeah, they're great for doing backgrounds, and really that's what woodless pencils are for. That's why they come in small sets. That's a set of 24. You use them for backgrounds so you can cover large areas. And then the last supply here, which I also got for review, is a set of watercolor pencils. And I forget, oh, now I'm saying watercolor pencils, a set of watercolor paint brushes. Now, I call these mop brushes, but I don't think they're exactly what a mop brush is like. I've used this one, and they hold a lot of water. So, if you've ever watched Alina do her watercolor stuff, she uses this one, a size 10. I've also used this one, and it went back into shape very nicely. The bigger ones don't go quite back into shape, but it ranges from, the smallest one is a 0, so it goes from a 0 up to a 16. Basically any size you're going to need for watercoloring, and these are by Fumu, F-U-U-M-U-U-I, Fumui. I'll put links to everything that I did for the supplies down below. Everything that I've shown you I like. Alright, so now we're on to the books. And as you'll see, some of the books do have tags in them because I've already started in them. So, this is Festive Christmas, Color by Number by Sach and Sachdeva. And the great thing about this book, which is different from his other Color by Number books, is that it's got 50 pages. And look at how cute they are. This is an amazing book. All you need is this for your Color by Number Christmas needs. And now the next book, I can't tell you how much I adore this. This is, you can see my drink. Maybe if I put it over, push that one out of the way. Sorry for the reach. Can you see that? No. Okay. So, I have one book by Sassy Coloring, which, if you've watched my recent, the latest vlog, No, I didn't work on it in there. I think you'll have seen it on my Instagram. And it'll come up, my finished pages. So that book was the first picture I ever did in a Sassy Coloring book. And the only one I had seen. So I went and had a look, because I really enjoy that book. Had it quite a while before I actually colored in it. So I went and took a look at her books to see what her newest book was. And it was this one. Wondrous Women. So I just had to get it because, I mean, look at this. It's just women in all sorts of different positions, and you know, here she is being the spokesperson for something, probably with something that has to do with recycling. There are they do have names. The one we just looked at was Beth. There are duplicate copies of these, but I believe there are 40. Yes, there's 40 images twice, so there's 80 pages. This is a humongous book. And they're kind of like Hannah Lynn's Women at Work. They're all doing things. So the painter is Daisy, the hairdresser is Brinley, and you know what? My name is in here, if you can believe that. So this is Michelle, who is a... well, she likes to drive her moped. Now we're going to do the pages until we come to my name. I'm called Nikki, but my full name is Nicola. So this is Tegan. Tegan, the Native American female warrior. And Victoria, a shopper. I'm a shopper too. Imogen. Like, where did they get these names from? From YouTubers? Faith is a doctor. Elodie is I don't know, is she an African woman? Picking corn? And then we have Yua, the school teacher. And Leonie, the geisha, maybe. Ellen... Mishka. Okay, I'm sure mine. Here we are. Here's Nicola. No. This is what I did the first time. The name on this page is not this person. Oh, that's the one thing I don't like about this book. The name is the person on this side. So Nicola the bride. Sorry, I've been telling you the wrong names for the people, but you get the hint. I love this. I'm so happy that I have it, and I will definitely be keeping my eye out for new releases from her, as well as going through her backlog and buying a few from there too. Now, another new artist for me is Sherry Baldy. I am just taken away by how cute her books are. This one is Pinkles, the Pink Frog and Friends, my besties book. It doesn't say that it has duplicates, but let's see what the first one is. I don't think it has duplicates. I'm pretty much certain it doesn't. So just look at this. There's pictures of the frog and the girl, or just the frog, or just the girl, or this. This character is in it too, and I have no idea. She's got wings. I don't know if she's a butterfly or a moth or something. But yeah, this is just absolutely adorable. I didn't used to like Sherry Baldy when I first got into online coloring, and I found out about her. I just was not impressed. Excuse me, we're going to have a little bit of noise here. Just wanted to bring my table closer to me. I don't have room. So this came in at the beginning of the month. I finally got Kawaii Horror, and everybody knows this because it's been shown around. So what I've decided with my Jade Summer books, starting now, because I didn't do it this month, but I'm going to buy all my grayscales in hard copy and all my line arts in digital format. And then I finally got this book on the brink of the new one coming out tomorrow, or I don't know, it'll have come out by the time you watch this. But this is the very first mythographic book that I did not pre-order. And as soon as I started seeing flip-throughs of it, and especially as I saw pictures colored in it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my favorite book of the whole entire lot. And so I finally bought it. But the thing that I realize about the Fabiana books, no matter which book it is that she uses flowers. There are flowers in all of her pictures. Sometimes it's just a little cluster like there is over here, or sometimes it's like all over the picture. I love this one. It's my favorite of the whole mythographic series. But I'm really excited for tomorrow's release of Joseph Kattenbang's Odyssey. And I really hope it lives up to the title, because I'm really into mythology and Odyssey. I've actually read that, and in various different forms and formats and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna excite me. Then Christmas book here, I got The Magical Christmas by Lizzie Mary Cullen. So now I have 2 of her books, and I'm really hoping to work in this. My problem with this, with the other book, why I haven't started in it yet, this looks easier than the other one, is that I don't want to do them in ink tints. I'm not a lover of ink tints, so I'm not sure what I want to use to do these in, because I want them to do them in something vibrant like ink tints, but I don't know. Something crumbly must have gotten into my books, because there's little white specks on them. So then I got Chibi Girl's coloring book by Alice Brockmore, I believe her name is. Yes, Brockmeyer. The lady named Heidi has been coloring out of this book, and it was on my wish list. So I asked her how she liked it, and she said it's thin, but it's great. And so I went ahead and bought it. There are no singles in here. There are no duplicates. It probably has, 25 to 30 pictures. Oh, here, it's only 20. There's 20 pictures, but these are your examples on the back of the book, and the rest of the pictures inside are just like it. I can't wait to start that one. I'm basically a collector of Chibi Girl books. And the only coloring book cafe book that I got this season was Christmas Stories, and I am so glad I got this one. Each picture is from a Christmas story. Like this is The Gift of the Magi, The Snow Queen, and it tells you who wrote it. Hans Christian Andersen, and O. Henry wrote the other one. Kidnapped Santa Claus by L. Frank Baum. I've always wanted to read that. The Christmas Cuckoo by Frances Brown, and so on. Now, there are a lot in here that I haven't heard of. This is The Polar Express by Chris Van Allsburg. I've heard of all of the ones that I read to you, but there are a lot that I haven't read in there. And this would be a great book to use for picking out Christmas stories to read. And next, I had to pick up one of these. I just really like the looks of them. They're done on that glossy paper, like the Circulism book. And speaking of, if you don't know already, they have a new book out, Circulism. It is called The Forest, something like that. It is expensive for a coloring book, so that's why I haven't bought it yet, but it won't go anywhere. And I will be buying it. So this is on that same glossy paper, and it's cross-stitch, but it's like actual X's that you cross out, so it was made to be done in cross-stitch. I know, you probably know I don't like the cross-stitch method in doing grids, but I don't know, to me this is just different. So yeah, she has a third book out now too, if you didn't know that already. Then another Sherry Baldy book, and this one has 2 pictures of each, so it has 25, and this one is volume 32. The other book didn't say it was a volume, did it? My Bestie's book. Here, sorry, I'll show you what I'm looking at. There's nothing on the front cover. See if there is on here. No, it doesn't tell you what volume this is. Not even in tiny print anywhere. Have to email her and ask her so I know. So this is volume 32, and it is really cute. It's I think their pictures are behind each other. Yeah, okay, so they alternate. And these are just adorable. It's like, well, Teddy Bear isn't in his jammies, but all the other pictures show the characters in their jammies, and it's just adorable. Look at this. This is like simple coloring, and oh yeah, I love. I can't believe I didn't used to like those. I used to think they were ugly, but now I just can't get over how adorable they are. And folks, this is my first Teresa Goodridge book, Country Christmas. I never really thought that this would be my kind of coloring, but ever since I've been doing found out how much I love doing the scenes in the Coloring Book Cafe books, I have been turned on to Teresa Goodridge. So you can expect to find more of her from me. This is last year's, or even the year before's. Yeah, last year's, 2019. Another book that's been out for a while that I finally got myself, and this is the 100 Black and White Patterns from Sun Life Drawing, and this alternates a black background with a white background. Now, this has been out for a while, a few months, and I've never really seen anybody coloring from it. The patterns are great. They're big ones, too, so, you know, if you don't like doing intricate patterns. So, for Christmas, I got Sun Life Drawings Stained Glass Color by Number. So looking forward to working into that. And I got Color Questopia's Christmas Fantasy. I'm sure you've seen lots of pictures of this. And I got Fantasy Landscapes from Color Questopia. I've settled down buying their books. I realize that they're not going anywhere, and I can pick them up when I'm ready to. And on top of that, I have kind of set myself, this was my second purchase of Teresa Goodridge. So with the Color by Number books, I have kind of set myself that I'm not going to buy any new ones now until I start finishing some of them. So we're going to see some intense work in specific color by number books over the next while. New person that I fell in love with over in October was Alina Lazareva. I just couldn't believe how much fun I had coloring her pictures in October. So I decided, oh, those are the bonus pages? Holy cow. Oh, okay. That's interesting way. She does doubles of her pictures, but after you get set 1, she gives you her bonus pages, and then you start with the second set. And does it have the bonus pages? No, the second set doesn't have the bonus pages. Oh, that's a good way to do it. So yeah, I'm going to be buying her books from now on, so this is her latest. And a book that everybody has and that we knew I would be buying because I am a fan of hers. So this is 50 Winter Miniatures. And then on my wish list, this has been on my wish list, and it's a small square. It's probably what? It's not 8.5. Is it 8.5? So it might be the width of a normal piece of paper, and I think it is. So it should be an 8.5 square. Okay, it's just a little bit smaller. It's 8. It's an 8-inch square. I've had this and the Gods and Beasts book by Adam Fisher. This is the Brothers Grimm and other classic fairy tales. So I've had this one and Gods and Beasts on my list for a very long time. And I said, Nikki, you need to step up and start buying those before they go out of print. That's kind of my rule now. Well, books that have been on my list for a long time that are mainstream published, I am buying them because I have been hit with that out of print too many times. When you buy a mainstream published book, you need to buy it. You can't wait because they go out of print right away. I don't know if anybody knows this, but it looks like the Beauty of Horror books 1, 2, and 3 are all out of print now. And that's why they've been showing up at book. Oh, jeez. Book closeouts. No. Book outlet. You know what I mean. Oh, I always want to call them book closeouts because that's what they used to be called, and that's been like 10 years ago. So yeah, that is an amazing book. And what is a month without buying a Deborah Muller book? I don't know. I've never had one. So yeah, this one I've wanted for a while. And these are my favorite books of hers. The ones that are just a girl and she's got some stuff around her. You know, it's not a scene. She's not particularly doing anything. She's just there in her surrounding. These are my favorites. This is an older one of her work. You can tell by some of the thick line art. That must have been a thing back in the day. Because Hannah Lynn's early work is like that as well. Okay, this is going to be a much shorter video than usual, so that's good. That's good. I didn't buy too much. Now, I love this book. It is Tabby's Tangled Art Presents Midnight Coloring Collection by Tabitha L. Barnett. So what she's done here is she's collected together what she thinks of as her best midnight coloring pages, the black pages that you find at the back of her books. This is full of it, and she's picked out her favorites from across all of her books going up to 2018. So I just found out about this book recently. She has a book called Girls, 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 and that's a picture out of that. So I just love Tabby's work. She's got patterns and mandalas and broken circles. Those are in here too. And just, you know, this is got some of her older stuff in it. Her new stuff all over the place. I love it because you just turn the page and you don't know what's next. I am going to get her other two collections. She has two other collections just of her normal white pages. Book 1 and Book 2. Okay. And then I received this one to review. Thank you, Belba family. All About Christmas. And this has got to be my favorite book of theirs. It is the first section of the book is the Clever Book series, and these are all Christmas related. And then the middle part of the book, is the grids, like we're used to, the 3x3 grids. And then the back part of the book is a few pages taken out of their Christmas travel color by number book with just like normal color by numbers. I would really, really like to see Belba family do more like this because it gives you the best of Belba all in, and I don't mean by it's been published before, but you know, some people like the 3x3s best. Some people like the Clever books the best. Some people like just the normal color by numbers books best. Well, if you like one better than the others, but you like them all, you get them all in here in one book. So yeah, I'd like them to pick a theme and do this again. That's cool. Except instead of taking pictures at the back from other books, give us like 10 new coloring pages that you've done specifically for the theme. That would be great. Now, because I thought Alice Brockmeyer's Chibi Girls book was so cute, I decided that I would try out her Chibi Animals. And did I say her name right? Alice Brockmeyer, yeah. So she has these two books, and then she has two farting books, and I'm not interested in the farting books. But these are just absolutely adorable. Look at that. It's a chibi camel. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that one before. But this is just adorable. I love it. I love elephants. Yes. Okay. Now, I have been mentioning all month that I bought another Jen Racine book, and this is the one I got. It is adorable. I really like gnome books. I have to say I'm taken with that. Her gnomes look exactly like garden gnomes, and it's done in her fantastic Scandinavian style of art. There are two sets of the pages in this book, so you can give a set to your mother, daughter, grandchild, sister, friend. And the pictures are just, oh, look at this. Look at the eyes on the rabbit. It's like, who is this dude? This dude is touching me. Yeah, oh yeah, some of them have words on them too, but they're so cute. And I like this one. It gives you the parts of a garden gnome. Yeah, this is a beautiful book, and it's so cute. Definitely going to be coloring out of that. Also picked up another Chibi Girl book that has been on my list for a while. And this is from Young Dreamers Press. They put out some pretty cute stuff. And these are simple ones. They either don't have a background or it's very basic. Here you go. This is one of the more detailed ones. So, a bunch of different types of poses and a different style. This one is much more manga. These chibis look like they're from manga, much more so than some of the other ones. So yeah, this does not have duplicates, but I think... Oh yeah, and the book ends with a double page spread, which I thought was really cute. Now, if you can believe it, I do not have any Daisy Joy books, so I had to rectify that. And I bought the one that I think looked the best, and that is Princess. Now, these are pretty big books, and they do not have duplicates, so you get a lot of bang for your buck with these. They're adorable. Yeah, so now I need to get the new one, which is Witches and Mermaid. What else is there? They're at the back here. I don't want dinosaurs. Yeah, Mermaid. I'm not too sure if I want the unicorn or not. I'll have to check and see if it's unicorns all by themselves or with people. Okay, then, this book has also been on my wish list for a while, so I decided to pick it up. It's called A Mad Hatter's Sketchbook. And it has pictures of people wearing hats from the same shop where the Mad Hatter gets his hats. And this is adorable. It's by Mindful Coloring, I believe they're called. Yes, Mindful Coloring. And it's just a simple picture of a person. There's men in here, that's mostly women, from the bust up with their hat. I love it. I don't like coloring peacocks, but I love the way this one's been done. There's a cover picture. Yeah, so there are not duplicates of that either. Doesn't say how many pages. And my last book, and we've just gone over half an hour. This is really good. I did well this month in keeping things in check. So, this is an older Jade Summer book that I've always wanted, but it just never came first. And going back to my thing of books, oh, you know what? I'm not all done. I wondered where a couple of things went. Just a minute, let me see what I've got here. Okay, let me move it out of the way. A handful of, I just have a few more. So this one's not my last. So yeah, going back to my fear of old books going out of print, I wanted to get the Jade Summer books, the old Jade Summer books that I want before they go out of print. So I'm not saying they will, it's just that when Jade Summer puts a book out of print, they don't tell you. They just boop, done, and they all disappear off of your wish list. So yeah, I've wanted this one for a while. And of course it has duplicates. So after I bought that is when I came up with the idea that I was going to buy all my gray line. Oh, just a minute, my pile's falling over. There we go. I came up with the idea that I would buy my line art Jade Summer books in PDF form. So I bought another 2 books of theirs that are old school that I've always wanted to make sure I get them before they ever went out of print. So this is Stuffed Animals, and I went ahead and I printed it on marker paper. And then I also got Baby Dragons, because I wanted this one for a long time too. Now, what I did with this one is something that I saw, and I really can't tell you who. It was either Vicky, wasn't Elena, wasn't Lavella. I'm pretty sure it was Vicky, but it may not have been Coloring with Vicky. It was one of the, really expert colorists that I got this idea from. She showed off her PDF book, and what she had done was that she had printed the pictures all out on copy paper, front and back, so that she'd have a record of what they are. Then she finds one she wants. Well, she didn't say all this, but I presumed this is what happens, is that, you know, you come across one that you want to color, and so you go to your computer and you print it out on whatever kind of paper. And this takes up hardly any space at all. Like, look at how much space this takes up compared to all the pages printed up. So this is all the pages printed up. It's like heavy and thick. There, you can see better this way. And then here, I mean, this basically is a third of the size of this one. And then if you compare that to, if you compare this to an actual Jade Summer book, I mean, you know, look at that. I've only flipped through this book once, well, twice, and that's what it looks like. I hate this curl. It drives me nuts. And for people who say their books don't curl, just come have a look at my Jade Summer shelf. Even though it's almost packed full, they still look like this. Anyways, that's enough. You know, I always go on Jade Summer rants, but I love them. So yeah, this is the difference between a book. Can't even like show you guys what it looks like closed. Yeah. So definitely a space saver to do this. So yeah, 3 Jade Summer books this month. And then way back at the beginning of the month, I think I colored these all in November. Yes, I did. So back at the beginning of the month, I received the Autumn Scenes Color by Number by Nikki Sharma, and she's part of the Such and Such Deva stable of illustrators. I've done a few in here, so let's see if I can find ones I haven't done. So this is really cute. Probably past the season now, but autumn lasts until December 21st, so no reason not to. It still looks like autumn where I live. And finally, Such and Such Deva's first Christmas Color by Number book that was out this year. And it is your traditional kind, rather than the kind that has the lines all over it. So yeah, if you prefer one over the other of his, if you like to just do a normal picture, or if you like to do the ones that are all divided up into sections, he's got a book for you in either way. So there we go. And the video ended up being the normal almost 45 minutes, but I think I just did more talking rather than have bought more. So I hope you enjoyed what I showed you. Hopefully you got some ideas of what to look at yourself, and that you were inspired, not enabled, but inspired to buy something. The links to everything is down below, and also I will be doing a flip through of all the books that you just saw, but if there's one that you would like to see before the others, let me know and I will put it on top, and I'll get to it much sooner rather than later. So thanks for staying with me. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time too. And take care, stay safe, and keep on coloring. Bye-bye!